Hey, I'm Allison,
And I'm Cassie.
and we're Undiagnosed. Also, if you have some kids, you should probably have them leave now since we are not responsible for what they hear or repeat.
We're going to start with a cocktail.
Cocktails with Cassie.
Mm-hmm. You got your vodka? So we're going
Check.
to start with, you know what the nice stuff? I've got a Smirnoff.
It's vanilla.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
So vodka, vanilla,
Okay.
vanilla vodka. You got your Baileys. Okay. Coffee liqueur. No, you don't have your coffee liqueur.
I just have
I
coffee.
usually have hold on, I forgot mine. Shit, hold on, give me 2 seconds. That's the one thing I forgot.
5 minutes later.
I had to cool it down.
Oh, yeah.
So I usually use Kahlua, but you can use any coffee liqueur. It's all good. All right. You got your shaker, ice. Okay, so let's start. Do you have your shot glass?
I had to buy one
Mm,
because I didn't have one.
I lost mine. I have an Advil measuring cup.
We love a classy bitch. We love
Child's Advil measuring cup.
love the
Okay,
yeah.
so we're going to start with 1 ounce, 1.5 ounces of vodka.
Oh, okay. Oh, take
You got it?
1.5 ounces, you say?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say 2. It's probably fine.
No, it's fine. Yeah, just do 2.
Okay.
Okay. So you got your espresso. I already have an ounce poured out, so I know what.
Just an ounce?
Yeah. Unless you want more.
No, girl, I need to sleep.
Your life, girl, you live it. Okay. Put that in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do an ounce of the coffee liqueur. You did 2 ounces of vodka, so you're catching up anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do an ounce of that, and then we're gonna do an ounce of Baileys. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay, ounce of Baileys. Okay. If you had chocolate bitters, I'd add them, but don't worry about it.
That's good. Okay. That's good because I ain't got them. Ready?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, it was just cold. Thought it went everywhere. All right.
Okay.
Good enough, I'd say.
You have your glass.
I did.
Okay. Mine actually isn't as creamy as I wanted it to be, but that's fine. Yeah, why is mine so dark?
I don't. Oh, it's because your liquor.
Oh, my coffee liqueur.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, if you want to get cute, you're gonna add a couple of coffee beans. Oh, yours looks better than mine.
I don't know. Yours looks more coffee. Mine looks more cream.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Cheers, darling.
Cheers. Let's see. So good.
Why are you so good to me?
The drink will pick you up and knock your ass right on back down.
It's because it's all alcohol, pretty much.
We love that.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We should probably tell everyone how we met and a little background on us.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Well, yeah. I'll tell the story of how we met, actually.
Okay.
So, I was already traveling. We were Instagram friends, but we weren't friends. But
I would just comment every now and then.
Yeah, and we were we were both travel bloggers, so we you know what I mean. We both very we didn't really talk.
Yeah.
And so when we were kind of stopped traveling for a little bit, I decided that we were going to move to Key West for a little bit. So I was living on Key West, and then I get she slides into my DMs.
Indeed. I certainly
and
did.
she's like, do you want to go get a drink? And I'm like, like drinks or dranks. Like, what are we talking? And so, anyways,
Long story
against
short,
any
we
judgment,
drank it.
I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. So I go meet up with a stranger on
For a date.
Marathon Key
For a little meet cute.
for drinks. And we had our first date. We had tacos and margaritas.
I think we had
And
3 margaritas.
how many margaritas?
3?
Yeah, we did. Well, I literally remember the color of yours. It was like a blue, like
It was perfect. It was delicious.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
shrimp tacos.
Yep, that's what we
The
had.
best date.
Mhm.
And then we decided to go to the beach.
Then what happened
Which
at the beach?
I almost got killed
Mhm.
by a kite surfer. No.
Yeah, it was like a wind
Wind
surfing
surfer,
thing.
dude. Yeah.
Literally took you out.
We could see it flying, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I
And
like
it,
turned around, I ran. It was like slow motion. I was like, boom.
they're
Too
very
long.
heavy, very, very heavy. I did
Yeah,
not
dude.
know how heavy those little
And
baskets.
then I feel like we hung out like every second day after that. You guys
Yep.
lived on Marathon Key. We lived on Stock Island.
Yep.
And we just hung out like every day. We did all the fun things. We rented boats. We did all the fun shit.
That's how we introduced the families. We decided that Saturday, so that was like a Wednesday or something. And that Saturday, we were like, "Let's go rent a boat." And so none of our kids had met.
No, they met at the
Our
pool.
husbands hadn't
No,
met.
they met at the pool.
I
Remember
didn't.
you came to our pool first.
Okay. Apparently,
Like, bitch, no.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
no, we met at my pool. Remember because Jackson grabbed that lizard and the tail fell off? You don't remember that?
That's an everyday occurrence in this
I
house.
know.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
'cause
do
we met at
remember
the pool first.
getting peed on by an iguana.
Yeah. No,
So.
we met there first. Then we rented the boat. Then we had the
Okay.
great idea to rent the boat together.
Yeah.
Then we rented the boat.
Yeah. That was
Anyway.
fun.
Stop fighting about this.
What? We almost sank the boat because Andy, we saw a sea turtle, and we were in the pontoon boat, and we were
And
like,
we all ran.
all the
we all
kids
ran.
ran forward.
And the boat was just like, that's funny.
It's not
Oh,
ideal.
that's funny. That's funny.
So we hung out like every single day until you left to go to Mexico? Peru. That's right.
Which
That's right.
actually, okay, when I asked on Instagram, I was like, what does everybody want to, want to talk about? Like, what would you want to hear us talk about? And they were like, somebody wrote traveling and what went wrong. And I'm like, does she mean like, just like in general, like what went wrong, or like what went wrong why we stopped traveling? But I'm like, I've got a pretty good story to like sum up both of them.
Okay, do it.
So when we went to Peru, this was after we had met and everything. We were leaving Florida. So we were leaving from like the Florida Keys, which is like technically underwater, undersea fucking level, to Cusco, which is like 12,000 feet.
I know
above
what story you're about
level.
to tell.
So we get to Cusco. I mean, this thing runs on because like this was the last time we like, no, it's not true. But we, it was one of the last times we like traveled.
Yeah.
So we get to Cusco and not a word of Spanish, which is it's pretty okay because I'm like, I speak pretty decent Spanish. So I was like,
I was gonna say, I
right.
thought you spoke Spanish.
I do, and so it's fine. So we get there and we get off the airplane. We get into this cab. I tell him where we need to go because we have an Airbnb. So I'm like, this is our address that we need to get to. So he takes us to this address. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, where are we? We get out of the cab. He leaves. We're on the side of the road. And I'm like, and their addresses are super weird. Like, they're not like, whatever, I was about to say my own address. Probably not a good idea. But anyways, so we get out. There's all these stairs because the town is built like on a hill. So there's all these stairs and we're all out of breath. We can't walk. We can't do nothing. So I try to call the Airbnb host and I have no internet. Nothing works. And I'm like, what? Because like we've been other places in Latin America and like, it's fine. Your phone works still. I couldn't. I had no service. So I was like, oh my God. So we're standing outside. I'm still trying to figure this out. And then this guy walks past and he actually spoke English, but he walked past and could see like the panic in my eyes of like, what are we doing? Like, it's like 9-10 at night. It's pitch black. We're in the middle of Cusco. And he's like, do you want to use my phone? to contact the person or whatever. And so I was like, oh my God, thank you. So I contact the person. She's like, yeah, that's totally the wrong address. I don't know what happened. I'll be there in like 20 minutes. All of a sudden, downpour. And so my kids and I and Jesse are like sitting outside of this shop, and this woman comes out and she's like, grabs us all. She's like, come in, come in. She puts us in the back of her shop and turns all her buckets upside down. And all my kids are sitting on buckets and they're like,
I hate my life.
they're pissed. They're pissed at the whole situation. They're pissed. I'm like, you know what, guys, it's fine. It's fine. It's all for the plot, right? So anyways, yeah, so that was that. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. We get to our Airbnb, and then the altitude sickness was really getting to us. So this is also like a precursor to another part of the story, but she gives us coca leaves.
That's the part that I'm waiting for.
Yeah. So she gives us coca leaves, which is literally cocaine. Like, it's what cocaine is derived from. And It's legal in Peru, but illegal pretty much everywhere else. Anyway, so she makes us tea with these coca leaves and everything. And I'm like, you know what? It actually worked. Probably because I'm fucking high. I don't know. Anyways, I was like, it really works. So I went out and I bought these coca leaves also. So you can put them in your mouth. You can make a tea. You can do whatever you want with
snort it,
whatever you want.
Ground it up.
It's actual cocaine. But anyway, the next 3 weeks were just like, I don't know. There was a lot of like, the food is so bad that like they'd bring out a guinea pig, and Fox had just left his guinea pig back in Canada, guinea pig Jones. So they'd bring out like a dead guinea pig, and he was like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, get me out of here. Anyway.
And with him.
Yeah, no, for sure. So then I probably lost like 10 pounds at this point because I refused to eat, but we're like 3 weeks out or in. And I'm like, get me out of this country. So we were in this little not shitty town, just a small town that I was trying to get a flight out, and I couldn't get a flight out. So I finally had gotten one to Colombia. And I was like, you know what? At this point, anything is better than Peru. Get me out of this place. And they kept canceling my flight. And I probably booked 15 flights, and they kept canceling them on me. And finally, we get this one flight to Medellin. And I'm like, take it. We got it. So that night, first things first, I look over into the bathroom, and I had told the kids for many weeks, I was like, whatever you do, don't drink the water. Like, don't drink the water. And I go into the bathroom, and Charlie is literally drinking the shower water, like off the shower floor. Like disgusting. So anyway.
Oh,
whatever.
No.
Whatever, right? It's fine. And then I had that bag that had all the coca leaves in it. And Jesse was like, I was dumping it out and getting everything ready for the plane the next day. And he's like, there's the coca leaves that's spilled all in the bag. And he's like, throw that bag out. He's like, you are not, because the coca leaves are really illegal. And
right. It smells like cocaine.
In Colombia. So he's like, throw that bag out. He's like, if anybody's going down for this, like you're going for this. And at this point, I'm like, no, it was a really nice anthropology bag. And like, I'm willing to go to a Colombian prison for this anthropology bag. And I'm like, I'm not throwing this bag out. So we get the coca leaves out. We're both like scrubbing this bag. We're like, nothing. There's going to be no remnants of cocaine or coca leaf in this bag. So anyways, everything's good, whatever. Next morning I wake up and I go down to the lady she's at the bed and breakfast, and I go down to the little lobby where she is. And I was just like, necesito un carro para siete, por favor. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, girl, I got you. And I'm like, okay. So I said, I need a van because there's 7 of us, right? And I'm waiting there. And she comes back. She goes, not only can I not get you a van, I can't get you a taxi. There's no taxis in this town. And I already booked the flights. Like, we need to get to Cusco, like, right then.
Yeah.
So she's like, you know what, though? I have a friend that has, like, a pretty big sedan. I think you guys will fit. You're pretty small. And I was like, yeah, sis, like, hook us up.
And you're pretty small.
Yeah. So
they might anyways, ever heard that.
Yeah. So we're standing outside with our bags and everything. And all of a sudden, I see a fucking Toyota Corolla around the corner and stops.
There's my ride.
A Toyota Corolla. He gets out. And I'm just like, you know what? Hell yeah. So I'm like, at this point, like, now looking back, I'm like, what were we thinking? But it was if we wanted to make that flight, we had to get in that car because the train wasn't leaving that day. Like we had to be in that car. So we get in the car and I'm halfway there. Not even like I'm going and I'm like, this is it, man. The whole time I'm thinking, this is a friend. This isn't a taxi driver. This is this girl's friend that had picked us up in a fucking sedan.
There's no tracking you. There's
no
tracking.
He could take us out of the rainforest and like burn us for our passports and you would know, like you would never have found us. So we are driving. Halfway there, he pulls off and I'm like, this is it. This is it. This is how I
get
died.
murdered.
No, he pulls into the grocery store, goes and gets his groceries, and then comes back out and gets in the car while we're all just sitting there like, like, do we die or we die? Like, is this, you know? So anyway, gets in the car, gets us to Cusco. We're like, heck yeah, you know what? We got to Cusco. We're fine. Get on the plane. We had a stopover in Lima. We get to Lima. Everybody's hungry, thirsty, crying, and there's a Papa John's.
Praise God.
Papa John's. So we eat Papa John's, everything, while they're sitting on my lap like this. And he's like, I saw this one little tear just go down his eye. And I was like, are you okay? I thought he's like sad, you know? And I was like, are you okay? All of a sudden, bleh, all over me. My hair, my face, my everything, my shirt, my chest, everything. We'd already checked our bags at this point. We were like, so there's no getting another whatever. So I go to the bathroom. I'm like washing my hair in the sink. Whatever. My shirt was so far gone. I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
So I took the
t-shirt off. Yep.
I remember.
And I had a jacket on. So I zipped up the jacket and I was like, we're fine. Everything's fine. So then get on a plane. We get to Colombia and we land and we're going through like their little security. How they have it is like you just walk through a lineup and then they'll like check you. Like it's not like here. It's
like customs.
There's no customs. It's a lineup. And you go take your jacket off. And I was like, no, you don't understand. I can't take my jacket off. He's like, take your jacket off.
I don't think
you
like, understand.
I was like,
take your jacket off.
I think you take it off. And I was like, no. I was like, I literally don't have a shirt on. He was like, I don't care if you don't have a shirt on. Take off your jacket. So there's like a lineup and I'm just like.
He's more excited that you don't have a shirt on.
Dude, 100%. 100%. And I was like, I was so glad that we were just out of Peru that I was like, you know what? I'll take all my clothes off if I have to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Just get me out of that country. So we get through to Colombia.
Yeah.
So anyways, everything's
We're
good.
not saying any names.
So we get to Colombia and then one of the kids is like, like what?
I trusted a fart.
Yeah, no, he goes, I just peed out my bum. I was like, brother, you did not.
Just what?
I peed out my bum. I was like, brother, you did not pee out your bum. That is not what happened.
Brother, you did not.
So
anyway, like a you problem and a stay away from me problem.
So it was like, so then when we got to America, like we didn't just have fucking Montezuma's revenge, dude. Like we had full on fucking cholera. Like we were so ill for weeks. Like when we got
How much weight did you lose?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, like I hope it was a good amount, but
I'm always looking for my next
my next fix. Let me get a little cholera.
Let me just run to Peru real quick. Wrap on cocaine.
15 to 20. Let me get to Peru.
It's fine.
So then we're in the hotel in America, right? And I'm thinking we're all good now at this point. Like there was a little, little accidents, couple of this with little that. So we get to America and we're at this hotel, like, and in the middle of the night, I wake up and I'm like, what the heck? And when he destroyed that bed. Like I had to take everything off and then go and put it in the dumpster downstairs. And I was like, I hope they don't notice. They stripped the bed and threw it in the garbage because it was ruined. Like
they'll notice and be like, thank you.
You know what?
At least I had to do that before.
Dude, yeah. And then so I'm not gonna name names, but somebody had to wear a diaper for 2 weeks. Because of cholera. Yeah. I mean, but I'm just saying, like somebody had to wear a diaper over that.
Somebody did.
Yeah. And then we stopped. And then we didn't travel for about 2 years.
Everyone was done. They were like, well, you know what?
We had major PTSD over that whole situation. And so Peru, that was about the end of it for us for a while.
Peru stuck with you for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our trip wasn't nearly like that.
Wasn't it?
I mean, we did have
It wasn't
someone
just
sit.
violent?
Well, I don't know. We did have somebody shit their pants quite a few times in car rides.
Mhm.
This one person. Uh,
We're not going to name names
I'm
again.
not naming names. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But if you want to believe it was, knock your shit out. We would get a 5-second warning that this person had to use the bathroom, and they would be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, we're in the middle of nowhere, Texas, just tumbleweeds. That's it. And then, like, a little gas station that has been run down for 20 years, and it looks like gang activity.
Yeah. There's no
And
gas to be had there.
yeah. And so that's where we got to pull over, because immediately said person starts shitting their pants in the back seat with two other people. And the kids are like, yeah, you shitting in your pants.
Oh my God.
And this person decides to like lift up, because this person does not want to be sitting in shit. Like, no one does.
Fair enough.
And it just starts weighing down. So I'm like, I'm pissed because you've just shit in the car. Like, we have a million animals, and one of you guys have just shit in the car.
My human
just shit in the car. Yeah. So this one gets out of the car, and all we hear is, because when this person steps out of their clothes comes all the shit. Everyone in the back seat's crying or vomiting just because it's disgusting. This person gets out. We go back into the RV. Luckily, we have the RV. And appears out of nowhere a fucking dog on the side of the road. And this dog just walks up and eats the shit off the ground. And I'm like,
it took care of itself.
I was like, seems like this problem just worked itself out. Someone shit their pants. Multiple times that people have shit their pants in the car. And
we did do a lot of like traveling in the car, so like I get it.
But like, we traveled with a toilet, so it's like, hey,
yeah, you had a toilet.
Pull over and you could go to the bathroom. No, sir, we don't do that.
You know what?
I
No,
had one person shit their pants because they were peeing in a cup in the car because we were in traffic, and so they were peeing in a cup in the car. There was no choice. You either pee your pants or you pee in the Chick-fil-A cup that we saved for such said occasion. Because this person always pees in the cup. And this person on this day apparently was trusting a fart while they were peeing.
And a whole shit in the car.
Fart shit behind them. The other kids are like,
that is way worse.
Huh?
That is a way worse story.
I don't know.
There was nothing holding it in.
Nothing was holding it in. It was a
It was sprayed. Bro.
Yeah. So we had to pull over. This was in a very, very busy area. So we had to somehow get said kid out of the car.
Overcast in Houston and
shit was pouring down their pants. Yeah. Lots of unwanted shit.
Dude. All I had to do was clean up a bed.
Okay, so I've had to throw away a bunch of bedding before in a hotel because when me and Andy got married.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
No, we drank far too much, and Andy was vomiting everywhere. My dad worked at the hotel, or worked for the hotel, so I couldn't let any of the hotel people see all the towels and blankets and sheets and everything that I had to clean up the bathroom. So I just threw everything in the trash can. Call it a day.
Yeah.
So
that's funny.
So that's a little bit about us and
how we met, what we do or what we did. We both lead normal lives now.
Yeah, we're normal. Well,
boring.
I do acting. I don't know if that's normal.
And you still homeschool.
But this is the last semester.
Stop it.
Everyone's going to school next year.
What?
It'll be free and in the wild. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now what we need to talk about is how we came up with the name and how we have realized that we might be undiagnosed with.
Oh, yeah, I definitely am. I mean,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like how we knew. Hold on here. Hold on. What did yours settle like?
No, I think you got your beans in the bottom.
No, my beans are on the top.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay,
Maybe
hold
you
on.
just need to drink it faster.
Hold on. Maybe I'll add some more of the Baileys to it.
Don't flick the bean. Don't do that.
Okay. Okay.
Whole different type of podcast if you do that. So
I mean, if we're
you've
gonna make
known
money.
what?
But no.
You've known for a lot longer than I have.
Yeah. I guess I'll say so. I knew. I guess I knew when. Like I already knew. So I went to college for psychology, and even then, I was like, you know what? Because I only did 2 years, and I was like, you know what? Like, I still would like, everything. I'm like, yeah, that sounds familiar, but whatever. And then, my kids, when they went to school, I was still in total denial. And the teachers, we were in Canada at this point, and the teachers were like, hey, like, I don't know if you noticed, but like, your kid's a little weird. They just not what they said. But I was like, yeah, I know. And they were like, well, do you want to, because you have to have a child psychologist like diagnose and everything. And I was like, you know what? I actually don't care if they have it or not. So I was like, treat them as if they do, give them whatever services they need as if they do have it. And Canada's really good about that. You do not need a diagnosis in any way for anything, whether it's speech or anything. Like, they'll give you all the services you need. So
America could never.
No, I know. I know I'm not now living here. But so they totally like, whatever. And I still at this point, if anything, I actually blamed Jesse. And I was like, I think you have ADHD.
You blame Jesse.
I did.
You're the problem.
I was like, you're the problem. I was like, there's no way it's me. Like, I'm perfect. So I don't understand. Right. So,
cheers to that.
So, and then years later, my sister calls me and she's like, hey, like Hennessy has like exactly your type of ADHD. And I was like, I don't have ADHD. And she was like, bitch, what? And I was like, I don't have ADHD. And she goes, yeah, you do. And I was like, no, I don't. She was like, call mom. And I was like,
call mom.
Call my mom. And I'm like, mom, do I have ADHD? And she was like, yeah. It was like nothing. And she was just like, yeah, but we didn't want to tell you because like,
why?
And it was like, because I think,
how would she know?
Oh shit! How could like she would know? I feel like I went like incognito for so long because I was super smart in school, like really good, like 2 grade levels ahead. I was super smart.
Yeah, weren't you like valedictorian?
No. At that point, no.
You graduate like top of your class or something, Gay?
I mean, probably, but not like valedictorian. I was definitely not valedictorian, but I was very smart. So it when I'm diagnosed, but it went, I don't know. And like, I was super like popular and I had a lot of friends and I wasn't super weird. They were just like, you're super quirky and you get along with everybody and everybody's like, oh, I love your personality. And I'm like, thank you. It's actually yours. I'm just really good at mirroring.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you want. Like, I went for years without any type of like, and then my sister actually got diagnosed and medicated and then unmedicated because she was like, but we're also very different. There's different types of ADHD, which is wild. Like, even like within a family, she's very inattentive and I won't shut the fuck up. Like, and we're on totally different ends of like this ADHD like spectrum. Like, you'll be talking to her and she'll be like, and I'll be like, bitch, like, are you not listening to me? And she'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was thinking about what's going to have for dinner tonight. And I'm like, she can't even hold a conversation.
Yeah, if my mom listens to this, that's you, Mom.
So are we done it? My sister won't because she doesn't have the attention span to get this fucking far into the podcast. But we're safe.
Like, I'm bored. I get safe. We're safe. We can say whatever we want.
That's right. They've gone. They've left the building. Like, they're not here anymore.
My mom probably won't watch it either because she'll zone out. She does that while I'm talking. and she'll just be
That's
like,
me. So you're watching a podcast, like
no. Yeah, I just found out that I possibly have it. I'm 39. My brother found out at like 40, because why did he find
yeah,
out?
but he's Asperger's, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and he's like really he's like classic Asperger's.
No, I don't know. I don't know what class. He's a freaking genius.
And his piano and like he's like Rain Man. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like he can hear a song one time and then he can play it on the piano.
Oh man, that's like autism to a fucking T, man. Like
yeah. I'm not there.
No,
I'm not nowhere near as smart as
you're
him.
just you're on the spectrum. You just are not that on the spectrum.
I'm not over here. I'm more of like I'm here.
It's a pendulum.
Yeah. I swing back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the athlete side. Like he got the smarts and like some of the arts. Like he's got a great singing voice. And I think I do in the shower, so it's fine. But then I got like he got the smarts, yeah. And then I got athletics and I got a lot of the creativity too, just with like.
But that's more of like the ADHD side of it, is like the creativity. And that's where I'm always like, no, I'm super creative.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
For a little bit though. Don't make me do too much, because then I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Oh yeah,
when the dopamine runs out, we're done. That's right.
And the dopamine lasts for a very long time. Like I just did my closet, bedroom, living room.
And you actually finished it? Honestly, I'm surprised.
I finished all those.
How about your kitchen?
The kitchen is still just one coat of paint.
Yep.
And then the hallway has like I got wallpaper on the ceiling and then one coat of paint on the wall, and I'm like, God, I'm fucking tired. I don't want it anymore. Yeah. And so it's been weeks and I haven't touched it.
That's when I'm like, when I do that, and I whenever I did home renovations, it was like whenever it looked good enough, my dopamine would run out, and then my dopamine would run out, and I'm like,
yeah. Like I don't want to be paid to do this because I'm too tired
I ended up having
not good enough for somebody
hire
else.
Everything out. I ended up hiring everything out because I would not finish it. And I'd be like, it'd be like 11 p.m. watching a show, and I'd be like, I'm gonna wallpaper the room. And like I would have such a dopamine, like I'd be like, yes. And like I would get up and I would start, and then I get halfway done. And then I would run out of dopamine and I'm like, I'm done. And then it would sit like that until I sold the house or I was getting ready to sell it. And I'd be like, well, I guess I have to finish that.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yep.
Did any of your kids, did your husband, did he ever say anything? Did Jesse ever care? He's just like, eh.
No, until like, no, because.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
Andy
sorry,
neither. They all just kind of like sit around and they're like, oh, okay, well, this isn't done.
You're gonna have to get used to it. You're gonna. Although that one time I was talking about, I was wallpapering. It was like 11 p.m. and I was like, I'm gonna wallpaper. It was one of the kids' bedrooms, and I was like, I'm gonna wallpaper the bedroom. So, there was an outlet that you take the outlet cover off, and it has an outlet, and this very much goes on with the ADHD. But so I took the outlet off, and I was putting the wallpaper, and you have to like take an X-Acto knife and cut the square out.
Yeah.
So I'm like cutting the square out, and you
electrocuted yourself.
Punctured through. Yep. But the funny thing is, right before that, I was like, Jesse! I'm like yelling up, like, bleed! And it was about 10 seconds later, I wouldn't give him 10 seconds to go to the garage, get a blade, bring it down to me, which probably takes like 5 minutes.
Did you blame him for getting electrocuted?
100% blamed him. And I put the blade through, and it went through the fucking wallpaper. Fucking, it took me, man. It took me. Like, I was fully.
Did it make me so tired?
Now I have worse ADHD. So many fucking brain cells. Like,
we don't have enough to burn. I got electrocuted one time because my dad told me that he had turned off the power and he big fat didn't. Dude. And so I'm like changing a fan because he taught me how to change a fan, and I'm like, Dad, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
I have another fucking story just like that. Same renovation, same house, and like a hood fan over the stove. So it's not on something, right? Like it's like I don't know, it's like with the house, whatever. Yeah. So if you turn off, you can't turn the power off to it. So what happened was Jesse went down and like turned off the power. And he was like, is the hood fan off? And I was like, Yeah, you're good. So anyways, he comes up to change out this hood fan and gets like so like all it did was actually like touch the back of his hand. And like he's never, ever, ever, he'd never yelled at me or yelled in general. And he's screaming and like there's fucking swearing. And I'm like, bro, like daddy chill. Like what? Like what are you so angry about? And then
Oh wait,
so
it is.
yeah, so a couple of days later, I had an electrician come for something else, and he goes, the last electrician that was out here because we were doing other renovations, he was like, he cut the grounding wire, and so when he tested it, it was like it's supposed to be like 110 or 120 volts, whatever. It was like exponentially higher.
Yeah, it wasn't grounded.
Yeah, and he was like, if he had grabbed that, he would have died. And I was like,
so we're fine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's
Poor
my
Jesse.
electrocution story.
Yeah. Mine was just my dad. Bless his heart now. But yeah, my brother the other day, he was telling me all the other day, like a few weeks ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I do this and this," and I was sitting there, and I'm like, I do that. And he was like, uh-huh. And then he was like, yeah, and I really have a problem if I get into bed and my sheets are all like bunched up. It drives, and I was like, oh, that's me too. Like I make bed every single morning, not because it's pretty, but because I need to have it straight so that I can get into bed and like all the blankets are like nice and neat and yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, mine is, and that's the thing is like, I'm like, I always joke about ADHD and like, I understand like it's actually, like, can be like a debilitating thing. Like, but I'm like, you know what?
I think the problem with us is it took so long to get diagnosed that we just made up coping mechanisms to deal with whatever was happening.
Totally.
Whatever. Yeah. So like, I know some people like, I don't know if, like it's hard to clean up. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
But that's when people like overcompensate for that. And so like they feel stressed and like they'll overcompensate for it and they'll be super clean, man. They'll be super clean. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. So there's like
so
different
overcompensate and like I can't go to bed without the dishes being clean and out of the sink. Because if I wake up in the morning, I will be stressed out if there's tons of dishes in the sink and I have to do dishes before I can sit down and enjoy coffee. Like it's so stupid.
See, and I'm just like wildly dysfunctional that like I don't like it's so funny because I'm like, I actually don't have that anxiety. And I feel like we both have this like level of like unhinged confidence.
Yeah.
That we don't
too much confidence. Dude. Most people have body dysmorphia.
Yeah, we have opposite.
We think we're so body dysmorphia. We just think we look better than we actually do.
It's true. We do. We literally think we're better than we are. It's 100% true. Like, like maybe they're like, I don't know, but we do. We literally. And
I'll never forget looking at those jeans at like Vici or wherever and Nashville. And I was like, look how big these are. They're huge. I couldn't even get it up my thumb. I was like,
that's funny. Yeah. We totally do.
I'm skinnier and apparently, I don't know what I mean, but like, I'm way wrong. Multiple people have told me, and told Andy, with me sitting right there, they're like, I don't know how you could be married to her. And I was like, same, brother, same. I don't get it either. He's just a saint. I'm
like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
but I wasn't always like this. I was totally, I wasn't a normal kid, but I didn't have any of these weird quirks. I wasn't a neat freak. I didn't do anything. I was just an athlete and like wildly like an idiot, but like. Like I had to cheat to get through Spanish, and I cheated to get through something in college, and like God gave me athleticism. He didn't give me the brains. He gave that to my brother. So like that's not my fault.
Yeah, he gave you the fun stuff.
Yeah, and he gave me the brain to figure out how to cheat and get through life. Yeah. So
you know what? I'm giving you morals either. So who fucking cares?
Well, somebody told me one time, when we went to church, we got kicked out of church.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So that was Another story for another day.
That's another podcast episode. Yeah. Kicked out of church.
Baptist church too. It's pretty easy to get kicked out. There's a lot you can do to piss people off.
I'm Catholic, so don't worry about it. I can pretty much do whatever I want.
Well, she told me, because I was telling her that I cheated in college to just, fucking pass. And she goes, well, you better, Hail Mary your way out of that one. And I was like, it's fine. Like, God gave me this brain. He knows how stupid I am. It's fine. She goes, are you kidding? That is so messed up. And I was like, of him? Or...
This sounds like a God problem, dude. He literally made me exactly how I am.
Me together. Why is this my fault? He put the idea in my head, like put the ideas in the idea machine.
Dude, I agree.
Not my fault. Not my problem. She did not see it that way, and she didn't talk to me anymore after that. Win-win. So,
oh shit.
There's that.
Dude, you know what Crew did last night?
What?
So
I'm naming names.
I don't care. I don't even care at this point. Motherfucker. So
don't piss us off. We'll name drop in the
dude, I will name drop you so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm in my sauna. It's like 9 p.m. I'm winding down for the night. I'm gonna do a sauna, bath, bed. And he comes downstairs and he's like, hey mom, do we have any salsa? And I'm like, yeah, in the fridge. And he's like, oh, that's it? And I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, I signed up for salsa for the Christmas party. And I was like, bitch, you thought you were going to take our half-open salsa? Like salsa for 27, you mean? Like, you thought you were going to take our fucking crusty-ass salsa and call it good. So I was like, you better get your bitch ass down to the Quick Trip and get yourself some Old El Paso salsa. Because I am not, like, scooching
We're not
off
sending it in our crusty salsa.
Dude. So, anyways, he fucking, they don't have the salsa at the Quick Trip. So, I have to go down.
In Texas?
Yeah, dude. Right in fucking Texas. I gotta go down looking like a wet beaver to the HEB.
Wait, what? With or like?
Like, I didn't take my wet beaver then. Save that for later. So
was it like it? I don't know.
No, I looked like one.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I looked like a wet beaver. Or maybe like a drowned rat. Maybe that's the saying. I think
drowned rat does definitely sound better.
I had that saying wrong.
Bringing it into my brain, I don't want it in it.
Yeah. Wet beaver, drowned rat. Honestly, tomato.
Sure.
So, get the salsa. This morning, he's out the door, whatever. I get this text, and he's like, "Okay, mom, can you bring that salsa to the school?" I'm like,
"Didn't even bring the salsa?
Motherfucker didn't even bring the
salsa.
He forgot the salsa." So, like, speaking of, like, what we've passed on, like, I was like, bitch, if I didn't give this to you, I'd be mad. I'm like, I understand because this was me 100%. I'm like, I'd be mad. So now I'm going to work. You gotta take the fucking salsa. I gotta fucking take the salsa because, like, I'm gonna be the asshole when you're having breakfast tacos and now the whole class doesn't have salsa. Like, I am that is you need salsa.
Well, and it falls on you because nobody's gonna look down on the kid. They're gonna look down.
Bitch, why'd you send me up? You didn't sign up for shit. Like,
ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I always sign up for? They make you. So volleyball made us. They signed us up, but like sometimes they let us pick what we would. I'm always napkins and plates, bro. Napkins and plates.
And you're like, only because I have them. They're ready to go.
Oh my God.
They're ready to go.
Oreos, maybe.
But you know what? I actually love a Pinterest mom. Like, I love a Pinterest mom who's like, I love a Pinterest mom, like, who shows up with fucking juice boxes with googly eyes on them, like, ready to go. I was like, bitch.
I love it. It's not
her. Like, I love your dedication. But it's just not me. Like,
half will have googly eyes and half won't. Because I'm like, fuck it. Halfway through it, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is stupid.
Fuck that. I'm like, can't I just pay you? Here's $20. Here's $40. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll pay you whatever you want. I didn't have the time to go and do this.
Throw the napkins out. Here you go. I have napkins. I'm not going to stay and set up. But thank you so much for inviting.
Like, bitch, I'm pretty sure I bought like a fucking double pack of puffs at the beginning of the year. Like, use those.
I brought something.
Yeah, use a Kleenex. Like, I'm pretty sure that works. Nobody cares. Use that.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, so that's that.
So should we? Okay, so let's round this down. Maybe we do a little put a finger down if
Okay.
to close out
Okay.
our very first podcast.
Okay.
Okay. So I wrote down a couple things, but you can add to it. Yeah, okay, let's see. You break out in random song for absolutely no reason.
Dude.
Or speaking song titles and
I have like massive echolalia where, yeah, that's the name for it. Because I've studied this shit only because I was like, when I found out my kids were, I was like, what's wrong with them? Turns out it's wrong with me too.
Right.
Well, dude, if somebody says something, I'll like repeat it over and over and over and over. And then when I was in Canada this summer, I was staying with my grandma, and she'd come around the corner and I'd be like, cousin, and would just fucking yell out shit. And she'd be like, and I'd be like, oh, sorry. Like,
great grandma heart attack.
She's fucking 83. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And she'd be like, you're scaring me. Because every time she'd come around the corner, I'd be screaming shit out. Like, dude, that's probably
one of you probably scared a lot of your family growing up.
No. I'm still, no. Dude, my sister also had like, no, they were not scared. They were just like, girl's quirky. I was also like, I think I had a little bit of like ODD, like oppositional defiant disorder, because I was fucking like, there was traits of like psychopathy. There was a lot. It's a lapse. It's like that.
There's a lot going on.
It's like the Olympics, you know, like that ring, like a Venn diagram.
What are we doing here?
I don't know. But it's like it all overlaps.
Venn diagram.
It all overlaps.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, like I was so savage, I would just like spit on people. Like it was, yeah, man. There's a videotape of me like
it's just like that's crazy.
Yeah, she's like, what's silly?
Is she the culprit for you and your sister?
No, we honestly don't know.
Oh no,
no, dude, we don't know.
Oh, my mom. My dad wasn't. My dad was totally like.
He was normal?
Normal.
Yeah.
Except for all the cancers. I feel like that's not normal.
Yeah. Good luck at your colonoscopy, April.
I'm not doing it.
I know. I wouldn't either. Like, fuck it.
I've done 2. And the first one, they wouldn't wait for me to. I don't know if this is. Everything now that I have a problem with is now an ADHD symptom. I'm like, oh, that must be because ADHD. So they can't get me under for a colonoscopy. They have a really hard time. And so like Andy's 6'9" and he can drink. Yeah. Okay.
I bet it's your metabolism. You just like metabolize it super quick.
Yeah, that's what they say. They also said, and a lot of things that I've researched has said that like people with ADHD, drugs metabolize in them different. So like apparently cocaine would calm me down.
Dude, it does. Not that I know.
I don't know either, but I know Benadryl has the opposite effect. It wakes me right the fuck up. It
makes you normal. It literally makes you normal.
No, like, it makes me wake up. I can't. I can't sleep anyways.
Yeah, it puts you to like a point of like, yeah, you'll be normal. Yeah.
What's normal? I desperately need sleep, but I can never shut my brain off ever. It just is like it's almost like a movie is playing non-fucking stop, and I can and there's pictures, and it's just there's so much going on.
See, and I can see that's why I'm always like, so a huge thing with people with ADHD, huge thing is first anxiety. And
I don't have that.
Second,
I don't talk about anything.
And second is sleeping, and I'm like, bitch, I'm like that fucking bunny. And then when it's bedtime, my Aura ring, when I wear it, it's just like your fucking sleep latency is like 30 seconds. I lay in that bed and I'm like a fainting goat. Like I'm just like
so unfair. I have to take 5 sleeping pills and a what is that gummy? A CBD gummy that I can't stay awake long enough to like enjoy it, because if I do, portals will open up and then I go way far to the
dude. Do you remember when we tried to quantum leap? Like that's a red flag right there. Yeah. We were like, no, we could do this. Like that's like a red flag.
And I did do it, and I got scared because, I was like, I've gone too far.
I've gone too far.
Made a very bad mistake here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did do it. So I had to stop for a while because.
Wait, where were we? What were we talking about?
Finger down.
What?
Put a finger down.
Oh, put a finger down. Yeah.
That was way back at like electrocution or something.
My hands like huge.
Just put them all down.
So big. Holy crap.
Look at mine. I began to. Dude, did you know? No, like we're gonna. I swear to God, I'll pull this up on my phone. I'll find the website. Did you know that if your ring finger is bigger than your first finger, you either have ADHD or you're a lesbian? 100%. 100%.
I'm so glad I have ADHD.
Dude, so no, it's both. Like you sorry, no, I meant you either have yeah. No, I mean like you either, because I swear to God, like I will literally find literature to back this up. Because when you're in the womb, a lot of girls with, and it's only specific to girls, but if you,
or else you're a lesbian and you're a dude, then you're just straight.
Then it doesn't, yeah, exactly. Then it doesn't count. But so this finger, what happens is you're exposed to more testosterone, which causes ADHD in girls, and it also makes you a lesbian. So anyways, isn't that interesting?
You think it makes you a lesbian, or maybe it just makes you like an athlete?
No, bro.
And you have that choice. I'm just saying, I had plenty of opportunities. Nothing against it. I just never dabbled.
So it just made you, it just
made me have ADHD.
No, exactly. So I'm telling you, I'm going to send you this tonight and you're going to be like, what? Because I was like, when I saw it, I was like, no way.
How do you
only on your right hand. It's only on your right hand. If you look it up, I swear to you, you look it up, you'll be like, damn, like this is on fucking like PubWebMD.
PubWebMD.
I don't know, whatever it is.
Okay, this one's new. I just saw this one. How do you write? Do you write half cursive and half like print?
Hey, you know what? I actually do, but I also heard that was like an indication of psychopathy, which like also may be true, but yeah.
Well, I do that as well.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's the way we hold the pen.
Okay, yeah, so that's a thing too. So apparently you're supposed to hold it like this, and this is how I was taught, was to hold it like this.
Yeah.
But I don't like this. I don't like holding it like that.
How do you hold it?
Like this.
I hold it like that, but within my second finger.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was taught
bitch, you're just dumb.
But I don't like this. And apparently ADHD people get real close. I froze, but they get real close to their paper.
Ooh, I could see that because I would smear it. Like I remember smearing it because it was so wet.
Yeah.
I could smear the ink.
Can you turn your paper? Do you turn it like my screen's frozen, but like I will turn, like normal people will hold it like this. I will.
You mean like this? Like as I'm like literally right? Like it's literally
over, like, yeah.
100%. 100%.
I didn't know any of those things were like.
I'm like, bitch, I got way weirder quirks.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I do too. I just didn't realize those were actually.
Yeah.
Symptoms.
It's funny though about the singing and the phrases out loud is like a huge one.
I had no idea.
I've literally had people be like, you are the fucking weirdest person I have ever met. And then people will message me on Instagram and they'd be like, you know what? I love how you just don't care what anybody thinks. And I'm like,
this compliment's my favorite.
I'm like, I
do care.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I think I care. And they're like, well, no, like you say the most unhinged shit. Like you obviously don't care. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's not that I don't care.
It just comes out.
No, and I can't fathom how somebody would be offended by anything I say. And they're like, wow, that was like a really, and I'm like, I even if you explained it to me and are like, this is why that's offensive, I still would be like, nope, not offensive. I don't see it. Yeah. I don't see it. Or like, yeah, no, I don't see it.
Every time I leave like a public place, I'll always ask Andy, I'm like, was I too much? Was I? And he's like, no, you were fine. But I know I'm like,
great.
yeah. No, you just got to talk, and you were telling every story that you ever knew. But
Dude, do not give me a break. As soon as there's a break and a silence, I will spill my deepest, darkest secrets, like just to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Like I can't handle a silence. Like I'll tell you anything you want to know. Like I'll just keep going. But also, you know what I fucking hate, and I know you hate too, is like fake people.
Yeah.
And fakeness, like we see right fucking through it. And as soon as I smell any bit of fake, I'm like,
I'm out.
Nope. Like I was at work the other day.
That's next episode.
Oh,
We'll have to do next week's. It's like an hour.
shut up.
Yeah.
That's how far we've gone. Okay, hold on. So next week, we're talking about. Oh, everybody wants to know about our fasting.
Oh.
Our anorexia with good PR.
Yeah. Our totally fine anorexia.
Yeah. No, they want to know about our fasting. So we'll do that next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm currently fasting.
Oh, are you?
No, you were last night, right?
You just drank fucking martini.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I kind of had to. I'll go take a bath and just sweat that shit out.
That's right. We'll get rid of that. Rid of that.
It's fine. It's just liquid.
Yeah, no,
for sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that concludes our first podcast. Bye, bitches. See you next time.